You know, I titled this the Ben Dusing Tragedy, and the reason why I titled it the Ben Dusing Tragedy is you have a young man who had promise as an attorney, was once an assistant U.S. attorney, used that to get into the white-collar criminal defense work. I first met Ben Dusing when he was an assistant U.S. attorney, and I was representing a man who was accused of hiring illegal aliens to work in the construction industry. And by the way, I've recently reflected on that and thought to myself, how hysterical is it that we once prosecuted people for hiring illegal aliens because they needed labor, but now we let illegal aliens just pour into this country no matter what. Pretty amazing. But I want to comment about why I have spoken out against Ben. And I want to explain this. I've been very candid in a very unbiased fashion that I believe that the court systems are corrupt as hell. And I'm no friend of Chris Mailing's. But that doesn't change. Remember what I shared with you, that I know too much about Ben's personal behavior that troubles me? You've heard me say before that I'm a very loyal friend. And there's very few things that would let me abandon a friend. I'm not kidding you. One of my friends could rob a bank today. Nobody gets hurt. I would lend them support. Find out why they robbed that bank. One of my friends got busted selling drugs. Be very disappointed in him, but I'd try to find out. Here are the things that would cause me to abandon that friend. One, anything dealing with child abuse, child pornography, endangering of a child, harming a child, anything like that. The other thing that I've always mentioned is domestic violence. I don't get it. Harming a woman, beating up a woman, so forth and so on. Folks, Ben Dusing yesterday did a couple videos trying to deny all this, and it's the truth, folks. They have texts. They got voicemails. These two women, one his ex-wife and his ex-fiance, they got all the goods. From an affidavit from his ex-wife. Punching a hole in the door, nah. Been throwing my clothes downstairs bedroom, nah, maybe people do that. Throwing shoes out in the front yard, yeah. Yelling and cursing at me while the children, not good. Spitting on me, it's bad, Ben. Pulling my hair, pinching my face, slamming his foot on top of mine, kicking children's toys at me, just making a disaster of a circumstance. What else? What else is in the court record of Mr. Dusing? Perpetrated violence, biting her face. This is Jill Bacher. Including biting her face, spitting on her, barricading in her closet, hitting her head on a wall, throwing food, water, and other objects at her. Sent her thousands of messages by text and email that were emotionally abusive. They have them. Threatened at least 6 times to kill her. I hope you die. And intimidated her through the legal system, including having her served with a summons for a paternity test on the day after the baby was born. It goes on and on, the abuse that Ben Dusing has inflicted upon these two women. It's disgusting. But you know what? This is symbolic of what a psycho Ben Dusing is. We're going to put up on the screen the photographs. Ben Dusing did this to his wife. Had a big party at the Fort Mitchell Country Club. Flew her in on a helicopter. You wouldn't believe. Photo taken by me. I'm so happy for Julie. My nephew threw her an amazing party. She's loving, gregarious, and beautiful. Great party, blah, blah, blah. He did this, and then in the day after this, served her divorce papers. Who does that? That is a diabolically cruel, sick mofo. I mean, it's incredible. So now you know why I've told all of you that I was speaking out against Ben Dusing. And then you throw in the legal woes. I mean, this guy, just so you know, some things that I know, he is being accused of stealing $1 million from the guy up in New York who is going after him for misrepresenting him. You know, total theft of money from this guy. Mishandling of the funds. I mean, it goes on and on and on. By the way, I have an inside source that the best friend of Ben Dusing, I forget what the guy's name is, I think it's Rob something, is under investigation by the Blessed Sacrament boosters for embezzling booster funds. So Ben and his best friend. It's incredible. And sad. It's a tragedy. Ben Dusing is a fraud. He's a fraud. He abuses women. He abuses emotionally children, his own. And he's a thief. He's a thief. He's a con artist. It's a tragic falling. And Icarus, if you would. This is the bulldog. Every dog has their day. I hope Julie Tapke and Jill Bacher finally maybe get some peace from this guy. You know, the Court of Appeals issued a ruling saying he is not to file any more appeals. He just abuses the process extraordinarily. You know, he's a bad guy. This is the bulldog. Every dog has their day. Again, I hope Julie and Jill get peace from this monster.